In the story of Dragon Ball, the life of Goku has always been well documented in the anime. From his arrival on Earth, his discovery by Grandpa Gohan, and his eventual family of his own that he started with Chichi. But one aspect of his past and life that to this day is avoided in the anime is the story of his father Bardock and mother Gine, two people who arguably played the most crucial point in his life, sending him to Earth to survive Frieza. But even till now, he has never once expressed any interest to meet them. But that all changes in today's manga as Goku finally meets his father and learns the truth about his mother. But before we begin, support this video by leaving a like right now as you're reading this and watching till the very end for its unexpected conclusion. Enjoy. Our story begins in what appears to be a peaceful setting behind Goku's house, but we soon then realize a Super Saiyan Goten and base form Goku are getting ready to spar again. Goku begins saying, "Alright Goten, one more time. This time, you have to try and get a hit in. Come on, I know you can do it. You're a Super Saiyan." Goten immediately rushes in. But Goku instantly blocks and says with a smile, "Wow, not bad Goten. That one actually stung to block. Now don't stop there. Follow through. Don't give me any time to think or react." Again, however, it's blocked with ease. Come on Goten, that was way too slow and way too predictable. If you want to get stronger than your old man, you need to do a lot better than that. Get angry, son! Goten, hearing his father's words, immediately begins to build up strength, readying his most powerful attack. But before he can do anything, Goku's face changes from smiling to serious. And in an instant, Goten is punched in the gut and immediately is reverted back to base form. Goten lands back, however, winded but not unconscious. He complains with tears in his eyes. "Ouch, Dad! That one hurt way too much. I thought you said you were going to go easy on me and told me to get angry and attack. I can't do any more training after that one." Goku responds, "Haha, I was taking it easy, son. I told you to get angry. I didn't tell you to take your time and make it so obvious you're powering up your attack. It needs to be faster and less choreographed. It was so slow, I just couldn't help but hit you while you were wide open. Sorry." Goten, disappointed in himself, then responds, "Gosh Dad, who taught you all of this stuff? How did you learn to fight and all these different tips? This is hell compared to when Mom trained me. Who was your teacher? Was it your dad?" Goku then suddenly is a little taken aback by Goten's question. "My dad, huh?" He thinks to himself, "Well, actually, I came to this planet when I was a baby, and it was my grandpa Gohan who raised me. And from what I heard, I was a pretty crazy child. I'd attack him constantly and break everything. But over time, Gramps managed to tame me. My memory is a bit fuzzy because I think I bumped my head at one point, but from that day, Gramps taught me everything he knew about fighting, which I'd later improve on with his master, Master Roshi, and others after him." Goten, super excited after hearing about Gohan for the first time, yells, "Wow! Grandpa Gohan? So that's how Gohan was named, huh? And so he's my great-grandpa? I can't believe I never met him. How strong was he? And how did he arrive on Earth from planet Vegeta before you? And where did your mom and dad go?" Goku responds quickly, however, "No, Goten. Grandpa Gohan was an Earthling. He raised me like his own, but we weren't related. And my dad wasn't here. I never met him. All I remember is Grandpa Gohan." "What? Dad, you need to go meet your father. How can you go through life not wondering what he's like? I'm excited just thinking about it. I've never had a Saiyan grandpa, and neither has Trunks. This would be so cool. Just imagine, if you're my dad and this much stronger than me, just think how much stronger your dad must be compared to you. I bet he's that legendary Saiyan Lord Beerus used to talk about." Dad, use your instant transmission and go and see him. But can I come too? I've never been to the other world. Goku, however, responds, well, I can't use instant transmission to get to someone I don't know because I've never met him, so I don't know his key signature. But you're right about one thing, he could be super strong by now. In Otherworld, there are a ton of strong fighters to train with, and if he's a Saiyan, then he wouldn't have just sat around. Goten, hearing this, immediately gets an idea, however. Well then, in that case, let's just use the Dragon Balls to revive him, Dad. That way me and Gohan can meet him too. You don't need to find him. He's been dead for a long time, but Trunks told me the Dragon Balls they used before at Capsule Corp are upgraded ones from Dende. They can bring anyone back to life, so all we need to do is find them again. Goku thinks one more time and says, I guess we could do that. Now that you've mentioned it, I'm really curious to see what he looks like. I bet he looks nothing like me or you. Only thing is, he's still a Saiyan and unpredictable. I just hope he's not evil like Raditz. That guy was horrible. I'd never bring him back. Raditz? Who's that? Is that another family member? Goku, however, thinks in his head about what happened the last time Raditz was here, and so avoids revealing he's Goten's uncle, anticipating that he would just ask to meet him too. He's a nobody, an old friend of Vegeta's back when he was evil too. Definitely not somebody we need to talk about. Alright, you win, Goten. We're going to bring back your grandpa and see just how strong my dad really is. Let's go tell Gohan too, so he can meet him as well. Goten excitedly replies, yes! Thanks, Dad. This is going to be awesome. Let's go now, I'm so ready. Can't wait to tell Trunks all about it. And so, with the help of instant transmission, Goku teleports with Goten immediately to Gohan, who is standing outside of Pan. Goku begins explaining the situation and what they plan on doing, and despite the great big smile on Goku's face, Gohan has some reservations, which he tries to hide to not discourage the excitement of both his dad and little brother. Goku begins, so what do you say, Gohan? You want to meet your granddad? We're going to need you to help gather the Dragon Balls if little Pan doesn't mind. The oblivious baby Pan then just smiles and giggles, while Gohan then replies, well, I mean, if you think it's a good idea, Dad, then I'm on board. My experience with Saiyans hasn't been the greatest, especially as a child, so I'll help you out and revive him, but just to be safe, I'm going to leave Pan with Videl if that's alright. Goku, still smiling, responds, yeah, no problem, I don't blame you. Alright, we'll be back in a bit with the Dragon Radars, and we can start. And so, after some time, with the help of the Dragon Radars and power of 3 Super Saiyans, the Dragon Balls are found in record time all over the Earth. Goku finds 4, Goten finds 2, and Gohan finds the very last one. They decide to return back to Goku's home so that Chichi too can be there to witness the revival of her father-in-law. Chichi is immediately very excited at the idea, being such a family-orientated woman. She exclaims, what an amazing idea, Goku! We should have done this so long ago when we got married! I would have loved to have met your father and mother back then. But I guess it's better late than never. As she finishes, the Dragon Balls finally begin to glow, and Shenron finally emerges. Shenron stares at Goku and demands,
I am Shenron. Tell me your first wish.
Goku, with confidence in his voice, then yells, Shenron, I want you to revive my father and bring him to Earth. As Goku demands this, there's a brief pause before Shenron replies,
very well. Your wish shall be granted.
And Shenron's eyes begin to glow. Suddenly, a few feet away from Goku, a shadowy figure with familiar hair appears. Goku stares back and mutters, Dad, is that you? And staring back, completely confused at what just happened, is Bardock, the father of Goku. Chichi, Goku, Gohan and Goten see him for the first time and can't quite believe or understand what they're seeing. The bewildered Bardock then begins, "Huh? What is this? Where am I? Who are these people? Wait!" Bardock stares into the distance and notices Goten. Suddenly, he gets an intense and vivid flashback to the baby Kakarot before he was sent away. Kakarot! Is that you? Is it really you? It can't be! Goten just looks back more confused than anyone. Huh? Who's a carrot? Immediately, Bardock runs and holds Goten into the air, staring at him, continuing, "Kakarot! It is you! That hair! You've grown! But not that much. How long have I been dead? I thought it'd been at least 20 years or so. Or has this planet's food somehow stunted your growth?" Goten, however, just responds, "Let me go, Grandpa. I'm not a carrot. My name's Goten." Bardock is understandably confused at his response. Huh? Goten? When a voice from behind interrupts, "Hey Dad, I think it might be me you're looking for." Bardock turns around and begins to realize that this is who Kakarot is, and without a word, immediately hugs Goku. At first, Goku's a bit taken aback with the emotion coming from a Saiyan, but then naturally feels the love of his own father and hugs him back. He quietly tells him, "Welcome back, Dad. I'm sorry I took so long." And just as quietly, Bardock responds, "It's okay, son. I could hold on to you for hours. I almost don't want to let go ever again. You've grown. Now how about you introduce me to your friends?" Goku lets go now happy and immediately corrects Bardock saying, "Haha, not so much my friends, Dad, but these are my two sons. Here's my first son, Gohan. He's 23 and has a child of his own now. So you're a great grandpa. And this little guy is Goten, my second son. He's 13. Goten smiles back and waves saying, "Haha, yep, I'm Goten, Gramps, not a carrot." Bardock then goes over to Gohan with a smile and places his hand on his shoulder. "So, this is my first grandson. You look a lot like one of my old friends. 23, huh? What's your child's name?" Gohan, feeling strangely comfortable with Bardock, replies, "Her name's Pan, sir. I mean Grandpa." Bardock responds, "Pan? You guys sure pick some strange names around here." He then turns and looks down towards Goten and places his hand on his head. "And so, you're Goten. Sorry for calling you Kakarot earlier. Should have known you weren't. You're a lot more handsome and stronger looking than he was." Goten just laughs and smiles back, calmed in the presence of Bardock. Bardock, however, then turns to Goku with a serious face and gets straight to business. "So, Kakarot, it looks like I've been dead for a long time. Clearly you've been able to revive me. So what took you so long? After all we did, why exactly did you leave us behind, Kakarot?" Goku is quick to retort though that it wasn't as simple as that. "Well, Dad, when I first landed on Earth, I was still a baby. I couldn't even make it out of the space pod until an old man here on Earth found me and took me under his care. He became known as my grandpa Gohan, and at first I was a handful. I'd break things and attack him constantly, but one day my restlessness caused me to fall and knock my head on a rock. Grandpa nursed me back to health, but I was never the same after that. I was well behaved and a happy young boy apparently, but I also completely forgot about my Saiyan past, and with it, you too. So yeah, it wasn't the easiest thing to remember parents who I didn't even know existed. I hope you don't mind." Bardock, understanding Goku's situation,